Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tia, and I am an editorial portrait photographer, and I have been shooting for over a decade, and I love infusing fashion into my editorial photography. And today's video I'm super excited about because this is something that I've been doing in my photography for a very long time, and I just thought it might be useful for some of you guys. So I'm just here sharing my methods with you guys, hoping that they will help you along your journey. So if you are a photographer who loves couture headpieces and couture gowns, and you love that whole editorial couture vibe, but you don't want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on headpieces from, what Chanel or any of those high end brands, you can make some really cool pieces for your client closet that are just easy fashion DIYs that don't even cost a lot of money, that photograph like they are crazy expensive editorial pieces that you pulled from like the closet of Vogue magazine. So, if you want to learn how to make some amazing headpieces that are super easy, super affordable, and photograph like a dream, then keep on watching. Okay, so you might be wondering, what is this random stuff in front of me? I've got a headband, I've got a hair tie, and I've got some tulle netting. So, this is my favorite headpiece, and I have been using it for years in my photography. It looks so beautiful on my high fashion maternity clients and even on non-maternity, just somebody who's going for a couture vibe for like a birthday shoot or something like that. This headpiece just photographs like a dream on everybody that I put it on. It just has that really cool like cover of Vogue magazine vibe. For this amazing headpiece, literally all you need are three things, and they're all very affordable. You're going to need, like I mentioned, the headband, and try to make it the same color of your netting. So obviously I shoot a lot of black. Obviously I love black, but get in whatever color you want, but just make everything match. So I've got a black headband, I've got a black hair tie, and I've got the tulle netting. So when you're shopping for netting, you want to make sure that it is a material that it's so much. If you hold it up, like a portion of it, and you scrunch it together, if it stands up and it holds its shape, that's the kind of fabric you want. So for me, this tulle netting works really well, but there are also other fabrics with different textures that could also work. So just that's your test. If you want to do this style, you just want to make sure that when you fold it in different ways that it actually stands up and it doesn't just fall down. Like I love using chiffon, but chiffon is very like flowy and drapey. And so if I tried to put it together like this, it would just drape down. So you definitely want something that has stiffness and body to it. So I have this long piece of netting. This is about 2 yards. So if you're going to the fabric store, so if you're going to the fabric store, whatever fabric you're getting, just make sure you get at least 2 yards. 3 yards would be even better because it'll give you a more dramatic train that comes down. But this is 2 yards and it is perfect for what I'm going to make. So you have your 2 yards of fabric and you have your headband and your hair tie. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. Okay, so now that we're zoomed in, hopefully you can see. And I probably should not have worn a black shirt, but I did it on purpose so that when I put this on to show you at the end, it'll all blend together. But now I'm like, if I would have been wearing white, you could probably see details much better. But we're going to give this a shot. Hopefully you guys can see it well enough to do this. And it is such an easy technique. It's not anything complicated. You don't have to sew. You don't even need glue. You just need the headband and the hair tie. So it's super duper duper easy. And you can make this in black. You can make this in white and red. The possibilities are endless. So this is what you're going to do. You've got your headband. It's just a regular headband, like one that just goes on the head. And then you've got your hair tie. So I like to have like a thick hair tie that kind of holds tightly. So just make sure you have a good one. So what you're going to do, you have this tool. So you're going to take one end. Let me see. One end of it. So you want a portion of it to hang down. That way you can drape it in front of the face when you want to, or behind the head when you want to. So I'm just leaving maybe about a foot at the end. So from there, from that foot, you're going to make your first bunny ear. That's the easiest way to describe it. So you're just going to come out. So you've got it on both sides, and you're going to literally just bend it in. And all you're doing is putting those two together. So you've got this big hoop at the top, and you've got both ends held together here. So from there, all you're doing is you're taking your hair tie that you've got, and you're looping that through just one time. That's it. The hair tie is just on it one time. I have not looped it or double tied it or anything. So now we've got the rubber band on, the first bunny ear here. Now you're going to take the remaining part of the longer side, come out again, kind of like when you tie shoes. If you do the bunny ear method for tying shoes, that's kind of what we're doing here. And there's no right or wrong way. I personally like to make one bunny ear a little shorter and then make the other bunny ear a little bit taller, if that makes sense. So we've got the hair tie here with that first bunny ear inside of it. And then we've got this portion, and all we're doing is we are taking that rubber band that was already on that first loop, we're twisting it and pulling that second bunny ear into it. So once you get that pulled through, this is what you've got. So you've got your hair tie here, and then you've got one bunny ear on this side. You've got the other bunny ear on this side. And the great thing about this netting is you can reshape it. You can pull it down through the hair tie a little bit more in certain places if you want it to be a different shape. But essentially, you're just adjusting how much you pull on the bunny ears until you get it where you want it. And then from looping that hair tie, you've got it here. And you've got your long train here. Let me zoom you back out a little bit. So bunny ear, you've got the hair tie holding it together. And then all you are doing is finding that hair tie on the bottom, which is right here. And you just take your headband and you are, it's so hard to show you. It's all black. It's probably all blending together. But the hair tie is here, and you are just looping that headband into that hair tie. And then, bam, you've got your veil. So you've got your headband. All you are doing is placing it on the head. You've got your basically big bunny ears up here, and you just kind of reshape, and you have the veil netting over the face in the front. And all you are doing, and you can do this once you get it on your client if it makes it easier, but you're just fluffing and stretching the bunny ears. You're just pulling them into different shapes, just giving them as much volume as you possibly can so that they kind of stand up. So just imagine this giant headpiece when they've got a beautiful couture kind of fabric draping or dress or something on. And then you just add the veil. And if you don't want the netting in front of the face because you want to show more makeup, more details, then you can put the veil on the back side to where just the big pieces are in front, kind of framing the face in different ways. And you can push it back, you can pull it forward, you can bring it in the face and kind of play in there. So when you have it on your model, there's so much you can kind of play with because it's got so much volume, but it just frames the face really, really pretty. So if you want the face to show more, have the veil in the back. If you want it to have more drama, turn it around and have the veil in the front. So I'll show you one more time. The front. And you don't even have to have both layers in front. You can kind of pull one off to the side and kind of play with it here, or you can have it down in the face and kind of play with this here. But that's essentially it, guys. It is such an easy thing to make. I probably just made my hair insanely messy doing that, but it is just such a cool vibe, you guys. And you could do 3 bunny ears, you could do 4 bunny ears, you could do 1 bunny ear. You can just kind of pull this into whatever shape you want and just kind of play around with it. And it's just such a beautiful headpiece. And it took me like 5 minutes to make it. So it's very versatile. If you can get it in different colors, you can make it in a few different colors. I personally do fabric draping, so I have white fabrics, red fabrics, pink fabrics, and black fabrics. And I can do any kind of fabric draping that has a couture vibe on the body. And then I can add the netting in the same color because I have it in a few different colors, and then it just completes the entire look. And so get yourself some tulle netting, get yourself a headband and a hair tie all in the same color, and just see what you can create. And it can be as voluminous and full as you want it to be, or as minimalistic as you want it to be. If you only got 1 yard, you can make much smaller bunny ears and it will be not so giant on the head, but still give some texture around the face. So really there's a lot that you can do with it, but this is just a super easy, super affordable headpiece that you can do. And I think all of this, I think the fabric was like $2.99 a yard. So that cost me what? $6, $7, $8 with tax. And then the headband, of course, just super cheap, like $1 at Walmart, and hair tie. Like this whole thing was under $10 to make. And it just, when you place it right on your client for a photo shoot, it makes it look so high end, so beautiful, like something that literally just like jumped off the cover of Vogue. So get yourself some netting or some stiff material that has a cool texture, cool design, cool color, and just create. You can make something so beautiful so simply. It does not have to cost you $1 million to make couture style headpieces and accessories. I've got many more videos to come on this. This is just the first one. I'm going to do another one that's like a big circle hat, and it's literally made out of a piece of poster board, and it photographs so beautifully. I've used it for years on my clients. And then I'll show you another tulle netting one that has roses incorporated into it, and that is beautiful too. So there are going to be more videos like this coming, but I thought this would just be a great way to let you guys dip your toes into a fashion DIY that you can use for your photography sessions if you love that editorial vibe. So I hope this was helpful. I'm sorry that the frame was filled with tulle almost this entire time, but I just love creating fashion DIY projects. So if you guys have not seen my other videos, I have videos about fabric draping. I have online courses about fabric draping and learning studio lighting. There's really a lot that I just love sharing. So definitely check out my other videos on my channel, and check out my Instagram page, check out my website, look at the courses that I have available. There's so much that you can learn that can level up your photography if you can incorporate these fashion DIYs and the studio lighting techniques that I do. You can create some really beautiful, amazing work. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you try this. If any of you guys try this and do a photo shoot with it, please, please, please send me a picture. I want to see it. Tag me. Let me see what you create, because I love seeing people do their own spin on these things, because it always turns out amazing. And I'm just here to share all of these little things that I've learned and created over the years, because I want you to create them too. I want you to create imagery and art that is absolutely beautiful. And if my little fashion DIYs and my little tips and tricks on studio lighting and photography in general help you do that, I'm elated. I'm over the moon to help you guys in any way that I can. So I just want to see you guys be successful. I want to see you create art that you love, and I want to help you along the way with all of these little fashion DIYs and little tips and tricks that I've learned over the years that I love sharing with you guys. So I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will be back on soon with another DIY video. Bye, guys.